ba 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 ba. I don't know if this is working yet. I don't know. We will find out. So yeah, hey, welcome to the next stream, the next one. In the United States, voting has commenced. The election is upon us. I have already filled out my ballot and submitted it to be counted. When it arrives at the counting office, they will send me a text to acknowledge that they have it. When the ballot has been accepted, they will text me to say your ballot has been accepted. If there's a problem, they will text me to say there was a problem with your ballot. Please contact us or come in or whatever they need. So, isn't that great? That way I know there's no voter fraud. It's amazing. It's not really amazing. It's just a bunch of hard work and a system that's designed to catch people trying to cheat. So, no need for voter ID. Do you see what I mean? You don't need to send an ID. I don't need to send an ID because there's no point. There's no point. They already have my signature. They know my name and address and everything else. If there's a problem like two people are claiming to be me, then I'm gonna find out and go take care of it. And the other person claiming to be me is gonna get caught. Right? If someone tries to make up a bunch of, oh yeah, we're gonna import a bunch of illegal immigrants and have them vote, what's gonna happen? They're gonna get a ballot that's not registered, so it's not assigned to anyone, right? They're gonna fill it out. They're gonna put in their address and put in their name and their signature, and the election office is gonna look them up and be like, yo, this person doesn't exist. This person isn't real. We have no address for them. We have no signature on file for them. We can call them and have them come down to verify their information. But if they do so, they're going to be discovered as being illegal immigrants. So your ploy, the Republican idea of getting illegal immigrants to vote, won't work. You don't need voter identification. It won't work. The only reason people want, or the only reason for voter identification, the only purpose it serves is to put barriers in place to stop people from voting. Additional barriers to stop people from voting. That's the only thing it serves. It doesn't stop fraud, because there's other ways to stop fraud. And besides, there's no fraud to begin with. So it was never about stopping fraud. They sell it to you like that, but it was never about that. What it's about is to make it harder for people to vote. To add another thing they have to do. Another hoop to jump through. Because why? Because ultimately those people don't want democracy. They don't want anyone voting. That's what it comes down to. So you're not doing it to stop fraud. You're not doing it to preserve our democracy. You're doing it to stop people from voting, to put more barriers. Because who are the people who are going to have difficulty getting identification? People without cars, old people whose maybe documentation is like ancient or non-existent, but they've been living there forever. People who don't speak English. Because there's no official language in the United States. English is not the official language. There is no official language of the United States. But, yeah, if you don't speak English, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get an identification. And that doesn't mean you're not a citizen. It just means you're going to have a harder time getting identification. Maybe you're really poor and you really just can't afford to take time off work to sit at the DMV to get this done. Maybe you'd rather spend your money on feeding your kid or gas for the week so you can go to work. Right. The only thing voter ID does is make it harder to vote. That's it. That's it. So if you want to make it harder to vote, like if you think, oh yeah, voting shouldn't be too easy, because then everyone, all the citizens would do. If you think that, then okay, right? You don't want people to vote. Fine. But if you want people to vote and participate in democracy, and you believe in democracy, you want it to be as easy as possible for people to vote with as little barriers as possible. That's why Oregon's fan-fucking-tastic. That's why Oregon's great. Oregon, not only mails you a ballot and automatically registers you when you get your driver's license, and they do all that shit. They take care of all that stuff. They take care of all of that at once, automatically. And then they mail you a ballot. They mail you the ballot to your home 3 weeks before the election. And then, well, before that, they send you a big fat pamphlet, so everybody everybody gets a chance to tell their pitch to you. If you don't have a TV or a radio, everybody has, and you speak English, and you can read, this pamphlet will explain it, so you don't have to do anything, dude. It's amazing. Hey, what's up, Fizzy HB Contortion? I'm explaining why voting in Oregon is amazing. It's fantastic. And then I'm explaining why some people in the United States, some bad people, are trying to say, well, you need to show an identification before you can vote. And I'm explaining why that is simply voter suppression. It doesn't actually solve any problems. It just creates problems. But anyways. So, okay, let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, dude, you always come on, at weird times. So anyways, spooky, right? Spooky atmosphere in my Minecraft cave that I'm working on. Check out this light. At least you don't have school tomorrow, right? It's going to be a Sunday, and don't you have Sundays off? I would assume, I would guess, I would hope that you have some days off. You're not always at school. Let's see, this is... Well, how many do you want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sunday, lovely Sunday. Sunday, lovely Sunday. Okay, 5. That'll cover that part. But do you want to make this on the other side? And I kind of do, except I don't know what I'm gonna do on the other side. What am I gonna It's gonna go over here, and these are gonna be 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to dig out this way. Yeah, you know what? It's a vicious cycle. There's Friday, and you're like, yay, it's Friday, and then Saturday happens, and it's so nice. And Saturday is great, and then Sunday you're like, ah, now I'm feeling it, and then all of a sudden Monday, and you're back in it. You're like, oh no. And you do that for almost the rest of your life. For a huge chunk of your life. That's the schedule you're on. A huge part of your life. With only tiny breaks. I need boxes. That's what I've been looking for. Boxes. because you are gonna go down and come off and go right here. 1, 2. Ha ha ha. In fact, I almost want to move it over one more. Because that's not a whole lot of space. One, 2, 3. So Fizzy HB Contortion says, I was just up playing Truth or Dare. Ooh, Truth or Dare. I haven't played that in a long time. Truth or Dare. Are you having a sleepover with your buddies there or your friends there? Sounds like it. Like a friendly sleepover. Yeah, I guess the spookiness fits what's going on then, huh? Spooky, it's spooky. The light. So yeah, now you got two to get through. It's not so cramped. I mean, technically I could go back more. So yeah, we're doing voting here. And I was saying how awesome it is to vote in Oregon. Because they mail us our ballots. We don't have to go to a polling station. they literally mail it to our house. And we have 3 weeks to fill it out. And then if we do it sooner than 3 weeks, like me, then they give you a self-addressed stamped envelope and with postage paid. So all you have to do is fill out your ballot, stick it in the mailbox, and it's done. Like, it's so easy. You don't have to wait in line. You don't need a car to go to the drop box. Like, if you're too slow, then yeah, you don't want to let the mail be too slow to deliver your ballot. So that would be a problem. But if you're quick, like me, just did it like super fast. Then you too can have the mail deliver your ballot, and you can do your democratic duty without even leaving your house. See, that's the sign of a state that encourages democracy and wants democracy. I can give you a counter example. In Alabama, it's nothing like Oregon, the voting. So in Oregon, this state is primarily controlled by Democrats. In Alabama, it's the opposite. It's a state that's primarily controlled by the Republicans. And Republicans do not, at least the current iteration of the Republican Party, is not friendly to democracy. Like, it already tried to overthrow democracy in 2020. And it's going to try again in this year, 2024. But as an example of a state that is hostile to democracy, as opposed to a state that's friendly toward democracy and promotes democracy, whereas in Oregon they make it as easy as possible for you to vote. In Alabama, they make it as difficult as possible to vote. You can only vote on a certain day. You only get 1 day to vote. That's it. Just 1 day. Just one, and only certain hours of that day. And only certain locations. And you can't just go anywhere to go vote. You have to go to a certain location. And when you go to that location, you have to present identification to prove you are who you say you are. And then there might be someone there who challenge you to say, I don't think you're a real voter. I don't think you're a legitimate voter. So you have to like overcome the challenge, and then you can vote. That only happens if you're not a white person in Alabama. But Alabama makes it as difficult as possible to vote. So that's the distinction between a state that encourages democracy and a state that's hostile to democracy. And it's particularly salient this year because as we move through time, I'm getting old. Eventually I'm gonna die, and I'm not gonna be able to see where this thing goes. Right? I'm gonna have to hope it's gonna go in a good direction. But it seems to me we've come to an inflection point. We've come to an inflection point where either the United States can become a multiracial democracy, or the United States will fall into dictatorship and tyranny. And that's the kind of election we're in. I've talked to some people on the other side, on the pro-Trump side, and it just doesn't register with their brains that Donald Trump is a criminal. It doesn't even register. I don't think they're stupid people. I think it's just been like a kind of brainwashing. I mean, maybe there's some racist people for sure, right? For sure, some people are racist, but I don't think that's everybody. Or it's like a latent racism, one that's been kind of built into them by their society. I mean, it kind of has to be. Racism has to be built into you by society. But yeah, I was talking to these Republicans, and they're in a completely different world. Completely different world. Where they have exactly half the story. They have enough of the story to manipulate them and confuse them. They don't have the whole story. And when I give them the whole story, they don't hear it. They just kind of ignore it. It's rough, man. It's rough. What a world we live in. I want to burn some of this to get wood, to make boxes, which is not enough, man. I need to burn all. You know what? I don't want to. I want to burn this stuff. Okay. Ooh, creepy, creepy. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of it's freaky. It's freaky. There's an undertone of hostility. They're hostile. You can't just talk about it. It's like a hostile thing to them. Because you questioning it automatically puts you on the wrong team, on the wrong side. And then like I can point out things exactly from their own article, and it won't register in their brain. It just doesn't register. It doesn't mean anything to them. Crazy, 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 man. I mean, I guess I can understand maybe the hostility when your worldview is revealed to be a lie. That's pretty hard on your psyche. Like everything you knew to be true is suddenly false. That's gotta suck. Right? Wouldn't you freak the fuck out if you suddenly realized that everything you thought was true was actually the opposite? You would fucking flip your shit. Alright. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Because I already put these guys here. That was maybe a mistake. I should have put them over here. I mean, I still can, right? I can still do it. But then I want this to be like the elevator going all the way up. Like I want this right here to be a wall, or like maybe further. Well, I mean, I can't. This has to be like right here. Even here, it's kind of in the way of the first one. Like it'd have to go straight up from here. What number am I in? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Here, let's go like this. That one. It would have to go straight up from there. That would be the elevator. Man, look at it. Which means this is all in the way, and I would have to rip all this out. Like, it's just getting to be crazy. But that's the way it is. Time to get crazy. I could have... Oh, I can have the mine. I can make this mine out here. Because it's easy. It's easy now. Now that I dug it out, it's easy. The hard part was making it. Now that I've already made it, it's easy to move it. Like, I just gotta... Right here. Yeah, it'll be easy. It's easy. Super easy, dude. It's super easy to move this. And then, I guess up here, I can make it into the wall here to go down. That way I can preserve all that shit. And then this stair, who cares, right? That's not important. I can get rid of the stairs. But yeah, I'll put like an elevator here to go down to the second level. That way I don't need these ugly stairs. And then, well, then I don't need to move this if I'm doing that. If I'm gonna keep it there, then I don't need to do this. This is fine. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Truth or dare with my friend. I haven't played Truth or Dare in a long time. Creepy. Doo-doo. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Je ne sais pas. Je ne sais pas du tout. Du tout. Okay. Wally, 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 well. Oh, I know what I need. I need skins so I can make more item frames. Yeah, voter ID is a trap. It's a trick. It's a trick. Voter ID is a trick. Yes, my cows, yes. I will soon kill you all and eat you, ha 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 ha. And use your skins to make item frames, ha 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 ha. Same for it with you, piggies. I'm going to eat you. In fact, I can probably make your pen bigger, so I can fit in more piggies to eat. This is. Yep. Voting is underway, and from what I can tell, I mean, the Democrats seem to have a lot of momentum moving forward. A lot of enthusiasm, but you know, there's also a lot of enthusiasm on the fascist side too. And I call them fascists because, you know, that's kind of what they are, right? They want to control women's bodies. They want a criminal to be, and they want a leader to be above the law. I mean, the guy said he was going to be a dictator on the first day. I mean, they're pretty much saying, yeah, we don't want democracy anymore. Okay. So yeah, I would say they're fascists, even if they don't know it themselves. Like, I mean, you can ask that question: is a person fascist if they don't know it? Can a person be a fascist if they don't know they're fascist? And I would say the answer is yes. That's like saying, can an abuser be an abuser without knowing they're abusing? Being an abuser? Yes. Because being a fascist isn't predicated on knowing you're a fascist. It's predicated on holding fascist beliefs and voting for fascist policy. I'm gonna increase the number of cows, the room, so I can increase the number. I'm making the room bigger so I can increase the number of cows I make before I slaughter them. That's so harsh. Well, that's Minecraft, dude. This is how you get food and leather in Minecraft. Food and leather in Minecraft. And I replanted my fields to wheat because I figure I'm gonna go through a lot of wheat. Gonna go through a lot of wheat. And you get less wheat per planting than you do carrots and potatoes. Too bad there wasn't a more efficient way of doing this. Like, how do I know which cows are still breedable? You don't know. You just have to click like crazy and hope you get somebody. But you'll never know until you click. Yeah, dudes. I don't know. Oop, 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 oop. I found, or I heard a story. Elon Musk is sending opposite messages to targeted populations. He got the zip codes where there's a lot of Jewish people, and the zip code where there's a lot of Arab people. And he sent them flyers saying the opposite things. To the Jewish people, he sent a flyer saying that Harris was pro-Hamas and anti-Israel. And to the Arab people, he sent a flyer saying that Harris was pro Israel and anti-Palestinian. Like, she's the bad guy no matter what, according to Elon Musk. And then Elon Musk is paying people to go vote. I mean, not technically, right? He's not paying them to literally vote. What he's doing is he's paying to get them registered and pledging that they're gonna vote for Donald Trump. I mean, they could just steal his money and not do anything. That's possible. But still, that he's even trying to pay for votes is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. That's got to be against the law, but like, look how well billionaires get away with shit in this country. Like, Elon Musk got his ass handed to him in Brazil. Like, when the Brazilian Supreme Court said something, like, they ruled on it and they shut down Twitter in Brazil. The whole thing in Brazil, the whole country, until Elon Musk complied with the court ruling. Like, when their dude Bolsonaro tried to stage a January 6th style coup in Brazil, like, he got fucking indicted right away. He got indicted right away and got labeled a traitor right away. He didn't get to run for fucking president again. Like, he got instantly, like, fucking his ass handed to him by the courts and by law enforcement. Like, if something's wrong with the United States, that it can't do that. That billionaires get so much leeway. Like, something's fucked up. Something's wrong. That's what I mean when I'm saying we're on the cusp. Because, like, either it can go all the way to like the billionaires, or we can start moving to a multiracial democracy. Because we have democracy, but it's not equal for everyone. Like, gerrymandering sucks, and both parties do it. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like the nuclear arms race, right? Like, you have to have, like, in the nuclear arms race, no one's gonna give up their nukes unilaterally. Nobody. No one's gonna be like, you know what, nuclear weapons are wrong. I'm just gonna give up my weapons and that's it. You guys can keep your weapons. I'm just gonna get rid of mine. No way would that ever happen. Why? Because then the other countries would be like, great, we have nukes and they don't. Let's invade them. Same thing with gerrymandering. Same thing. If one party unilaterally decides to not gerrymander, then they're going to lose. They're going to lose power. And then the other side's just going to gerrymander them out of existence. So it's kind of fucked up. It's fucked up, the gerrymandering situation. And there's a way to get out of it, but I don't know it very well. It's called multi-member district, where you don't have just like these teeny tiny fucking thousands of districts. You have like a few big, huge districts. They're huge. And inside each district, you have multiple people running. So it's not just one, it's like 5. So you elect 5 people, not just one person. And in that way, you can get like proportional representation. Which, you know, and you get rid of gerrymandering. So it sounds like it's a pretty good idea. I just don't understand it very well. So I can't explain it to you. But yeah, if we want to get rid of gerrymandering, and I think we should, it'd be good for democracy if we did, then we got to move to a multi-member district. But before we can even do that, we have to deal with a bunch of other shit first. Like how the Electoral College makes it so that only a few states are important, and the candidates ignore all the other states. I mean, if you look at where the politicians visited during this election cycle, they only went to the battleground states. That's it. They went a lot to the battleground states, but that's the only place they went. They ignored the rest of the country. And that's what happens with the popular vote. Number 2, the Republicans have not won won both the popular vote and the Electoral College vote since like fucking well, for a long time. Which means that the Electoral College isn't a fair representation of the American people. Why should we keep it if it's just distorting the American people? Like, that's the whole argument behind not having taxes, is that it distorts the market. Well, so the Electoral College distorts the will of the people. Why should we even have it? Yeah, this is a cusp moment. Things are going to change after this, for good or for ill. Because it can't keep going, right? You can't. Democracy can't coexist with a tyrant. With fascism. Democracy can't coexist with fascism. They just don't fit together. It doesn't work. So we're either going to get democracy or we're going to get fascism. And remember, if you need to understand like which is which, remember, the Republicans tried to overthrow the elections in 2020. Like, these people I'm talking to on the other side, they live in Nevada and they're voting Republican. Like, it doesn't even bother them that the Republicans tried to overthrow the last election. They totally overlook it. It doesn't even enter their heads. They're going to support the Republicans anyways. Regardless of the fact that Republicans are going to end democracy and they won't have to vote. They're not going to be able to vote anymore. Or if they do vote, it won't matter. Like in Russia. In Russia, people know the outcome of the election before they even go to the polls. Because it's corrupt in Russia. It's not corrupt here. So maybe under Trump fascism, they'll vote, but everyone knows who's going to win because they'll do stuff to make sure that the right people win, that only their people win. Yeah, like what can you do with people who will literally give away their freedom? Like, you can't, like They're literally voting for the party that tried to steal their vote the last time. And will do it, and are promising to do it next time. Yep. I already voted, right? I've already done as much as I can do. Like, if Donald Trump takes power, then this show is going to continue for sure. Someone's got to, until they put me into jail, because they will, right? I mean, Donald Trump said as much. He's putting his enemies in jail. If Kamala Harris wins, I don't know if I'll keep doing this. I mean, why? Why not? It doesn't cost me anything. Where'd you come from, zombie? Really? Seriously? This is supposed to be the safe place. No zombies here. No zombies. Just stick torches everywhere. Torches everywhere. Es muy importante that you vote. It's super important that you vote. It's like the most important election in our lifetimes. This is it. This is the moment when we're gonna go one way or the other. One way or another, I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna find ya. I'm gonna get you one way or another. Torches everywhere, man. Everywhere. All the nooks and crannies. Spooky. Super important that you vote. If you're in a state where you can register on the day of voting, you should do it. You should absolutely take advantage of it. It's really, really, really important that you vote. I don't know how else to put it to you, man. Like, it's so important. Like, this time is going to be written in history books. Like, you understand that, right? they're gonna write about this in the history books at this time. So you got to be able to look back and say, yes, I was in it. I took part in it. I did my part. Or I tried. Or I because if we go down the road to fascism, like it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be fucking awful. It's like the end of the world, basically. Because Donald Trump is gonna team up with all the oligarchs or all the bad guys, Russia and China and Iran. He's gonna flip everything, dude. It's gonna be fucking awful. North Korea. And you know, those guys don't care about the environment at all. So, like, the humans are, like, life is gonna be fucked if Donald Trump takes over. He's gonna fuck up the environment completely. Like, so it's kind of for like all life on Earth, right? It's kind of like that election. I'm trying to express to you the gravity of the situation. It's pretty fucking grave. I mean, women are already dying because they can't get abortions. Like medically necessity abortions. Like, the kid's not gonna survive, but now mom's going into sepsis, into septic shock, because this dead thing is like killing her, and you can't take it out because of the law, because of the Republican law, and so women die. It's like the bad old days again. That's what used to happen in the bad old days. And it will happen again if the Republicans take power, if Donald Trump gets in. What was that? What are you doing? Jeez, Rob, it sounds like you're trying to scare us. Yes, I am. If you're scared, good, you should be. I tried talking to them, and they are fucking beyond talking. If they prevail, you're fucked. You need to understand that. You must understand. This ain't no joke. You may think, haha, funny. No, it's not funny. It won't be funny. People are dying already. Remember when Donald Trump took kids away from their parents at the border, and then they can never find their way back to their moms and dad? Could you imagine coming here with your mom and dad, and then being taken away, and then just put with a bunch of strangers in a foreign country? Fuck. That happened under Donald Trump. He will do it again. For certain. His cult doesn't understand it or believe it. They're incapable of comprehension. They're incapable. This is gonna be... You know what? This is gonna be pushed back. So... Like, I'm gonna have to break this to make stuff. Man. Be afraid. That's what I'm trying to say. Go vote. Do what you can do to make sure that he doesn't take power. Do what you gotta do and live in color. Are you afraid? Good. You should be. Do you think this is a joke? You think I'm joking? Yeah, this is it. This is finally it. This is like what we've been barreling toward for fucking ever. And even when, or even if, Kamala Harris is victorious at the polls, and everyone wants her to be president, even if that happens, Donald Trump is still going to try to overthrow the government. He's still going to try to overthrow the election. Because he needs to seize power, otherwise he's going to prison. And he knows it. The only way he stays out of prison is if he overthrows the government and takes power. And he knows it. He knows this. Spooky. So spooky. Here, let's put it in the stone. That's stone. cobblestone. Muy, muy importante. Man, I can't remember any of my Spanish. Although if I got a Spanish-speaking girlfriend, I would guarantee you it'd all come back. I would learn it quick. I'd remember quick. Same thing with a French girlfriend. If I got a French-speaking girlfriend, all of a sudden I would learn French. It's weird, huh? I wonder if that works for any language. You know what? Japanese is fucking hard. Like it's hard. Japanese is like an entirely different way of like thinking. Japanese is fucking hard. What a hard language. I hear Chinese, although it's hard to read, I hear it's easy to speak. It's like super easy. It's not nearly as complicated as English. I was listening to some English, or I was watching a video about a Chinese woman who studied English for a long time, and her complaints about how fucked up the English language is. It was so funny because she has a point. She's like, it's English for England, but it's not Germish. It's German, and it's not Japan for Japan. It's Japanese. Like what? And then Canada is not Canadan. It's Canadian. But China is not Chinan, it's Chinese. Like, what the fuck? It makes no sense. It was like, yeah, it was funny. English is fucked up. A lot of Minecraft is just digging, huh? I'm just digging. Don't mind me, I'm just digging. Gotta shape the space, yo. Shape the space. Shape it. Own it. See, the stairs are in the way. I cannot continue because of these stairs. I need... Or maybe I wasn't gonna continue because like, what else can I put down here? Like, I was gonna get the ores, and then what? What's all this? Let's go back to the cows and the pigs. Yeah, muy importante. You can see the... So yeah, to get back to my original point, democracy is not like a guaranteed thing. And you can see the distinction the difference between a state that supports democracy and a state that's hostile to democracy. A state that supports democracy is Oregon, because it makes it as easy as possible for its citizens to vote. A state that's hostile to democracy is Alabama, because they make it as difficult as possible to vote. So we're coming up to choose as a nation: do we want democracy, or do we want dictatorship? I know and the people who want dictatorship are like fucking brain dead. You can't even talk to them. Brain dead? Do you want to be that far? I don't know, man. Like, I explained to them why the thing they said was wrong, and it just didn't register. So, like, are they like just blocking information? Like, what is it? What's the problem? Hey, look, it's a bunch of fucking pillagers. They're people who wander from nowhere just to fuck your shit up. Don't hurt my pigs. Oh, I just killed a pig. Damn you. It drops these omen things, these bad omen bottles. And I can go to, like, there's a vault I can go to use them on. But I've been pretty lazy about it, as you can see. I'm busy, man. Can't you see I'm busy? I've got more important things to do than fight you. Yeah, I'm not saying, like, it's definitely worth fighting for the United States. You know, the idea of multiracial democracy. This is definitely a fucking thing to go for. It's awesome. It's magic. And it's fantastic. The expression of freedom, of radical personal freedom, is fucking fantastic. It's amazing. Because it makes you get so many different expressions, things you never even thought of. And it's amazing. Oh, don't fall in, don't fall in. Oh shit, I fell in. Ah! 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 Oh, I made it. It's definitely worth fighting for. I mean, I know we've already done the fascism. It's not like it's a new thing. It's not like we need to learn something brand new from it. We've already fucking done it. We already know fascism is shit. We already know this. It's already been tried, right? So there would be nothing to gain from going to fascism, because it's not like we've already done it. We have everything to gain from going to multiracial democracy. The radical expression of human individuality is what's going to get us the ideas we need to tackle the problems of the future. You get stifled. All innovation is stifled under fascism, because you're in constant fear. Everyone's in constant fear, and it's not about what's the best. It's about supporting the power structure. We've already done it. I mean, like, it's already been tried, man. Like, the only one that benefits are the people at the top, the elite. Which is why the billionaires are behind Donald Trump, because they're the ones who are going to benefit from his administration. I mean, I keep talking about it like you guys don't know this, but maybe you don't. I don't know. Like, again, like, are you afraid? You should be. You will be. I mean, you have to have hope and be brave enough to go do what you have to do. But I'm telling you, the consequences of failure are fucking awful. Amber waves of grain for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Fascists are not brothers. Fascists are fucking fascists, Nazis, motherfuckers. Fascists are never your friend. I'm gonna put some of these seeds in there. That turns it into bone meal. Look at all that wheat, and I just got 3 stacks. That's it. Not even 3 full stacks. Yeah. Trump supporters are kind of brainwashed. I mean, I played that video of Yuri Bezmenov, and they don't understand it. They think it applies to our side. When they're the ones who are unable to like take any information in. They can't process the information. It's like a processing thing. Like, you can give them the information, but they just don't. It doesn't process. It doesn't go anywhere. It passes right through them. Like a kernel of corn. Passes right through them. You can't get rid of seeds fast enough. All that wheat just for us 2.5 stacks. So 5 stacks between these 4 plots of soil, of farmland. All right. See, Minecraft is easy. Look at this. I'm raising a successful farm. Hardly any effort. A lot of clicking. That's about it. A lot of clicking. Sometimes things gotta click. Yeah, I don't know, like, it would be, there's no way a MAGA person could process all the information at the same time, because they would learn that everything they know about the world is wrong. They've been lied to their entire lives. Like, like the human mind can't handle that. It can't take it. Maybe once you get past a certain age, you just can't do it. I don't know. Which is why it's important to teach people very young about the way of the world. Because click. I'm just clicking non-stop trying to find cows that still want the wheat. And then if I'm wrong, I end up clicking on you see that little inside, that horde of little tiny ones? That's the babies. If I feed the babies, instead of them breeding, they just eat the wheat, and then they grow up a little faster. But I don't need them to grow up faster. I need to save the wheat for the cows so they can make more babies. Oh, it looks like somebody died. I think they're at their maximum. We will see. Well, I'll come back. Alright. Muy importante. Hey, what's up? CC, oh, Chantal. What's up, Chantal? How you doing? Yeah, I don't know why you haven't seen my stream notification in a while. I mean, I'm not a very regular streamer. I mean, I'm pretty regularly on Sundays, but that's the only time. Sometimes I like it's a Saturday afternoon now, evening. Like, what am I doing here? And mainly I'm like anxiety. I just deposited my ballot, and yeah, I'm kind of anxious. I just deposited my ballot and in the mail, and I was talking about how it's very easy to see which state supports democracy and which states are against democracy. For example, in Oregon, they make it so that they mail the ballot to you. You don't even have to leave your house. They just mail the ballot to you, and we have 3 weeks to fill it out and then drop it in the mail. It doesn't even cost us any postage to put in the mailbox. They've already paid the postage. All I have to do is fill it out, sign the envelope, and stick it in the mail. And they'll text me the status of my ballot to when it gets counted. So that's an example of a state that is pro-democracy. And then I talk about, well, look at Alabama. Alabama, you cannot vote early. You have to vote on the voting day between certain hours, and you can only do it at certain locations. And when you get there, you have to show them an ID or you won't be able to vote. So Alabama makes it very, very hard to vote. So that's an example of a state that is anti-democracy. And then I was explaining to people how this election is about whether or not Americans want to move to multiracial democracy or to dictatorship, fascism. And so I was, yeah. And in the meantime, I'm making this item sorter down here, but I ran out of skins to make item frames. So I'm growing more cows to make more food and skins to finish putting item frames up here. And I think it looks spooky the way the light plays off of everything. It's spooky. Like, there's no jump monsters or anything coming out. But yeah. So yeah, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after the election. I mean, I have to keep going because, like, the election won't be, if Harris wins, then Donald Trump will try to stage a coup and overthrow the government again. So I have to keep going, even if Harris wins, until at least her inauguration. And if Donald Trump wins, I have to keep going until Donald Trump puts me in prison, because that's what he'll do eventually. So so it's like that, yeah. And then I was lamenting how I found like a classmate on Facebook, and we got into it over something political, and he's on the other side, and I was lamenting how it doesn't matter how much information I provide him, that he's already stuck in his like team, his delusion. In other words, he cannot absorb any new information, especially when the information contradicts his preconceived notions. He can't do it. He just can't do it. It doesn't even register. I can repeat it to him over and over again, and it doesn't fucking sink in. It doesn't register. So it was just frustrating. And then I was telling people about why mail-in vote, or why voter ID is a voter suppression law. How it doesn't actually do anything except make it more difficult to vote. And who wants to make it more difficult to vote? Confederates and fascists. That's who. Hey, librarian. Checking out the roof up here. Ooh, mending one. Yeah, don't die. You're important. I'm gonna... Don't fall off the roof or anything. In fact, why would you even come up here? I guess the view is pretty nice. The view. So nice, the view. Yeah, see, this is the way they gotta make Minecraft for everybody. They gotta make it so that you can see way farther than the way they have it right now. You can't see anything the way they have it now, so it doesn't feel like you're really in the world. But isn't that right, Mr. Villager? He's like, yeah, you're always right. I'm like, yeah, of course. These people chilling in the library. Like, I'm going up, I'm going down, I'm going up, I'm going down. It's like the United States election. All right, well, hey, thanks for coming by and hanging out, Chantal. Glad you could stop by and you're still around. That's nice. And I hope you have an excellent Saturday. And I hope you're 18, so I hope you voted, or you're gonna vote. That's like the important thing. That's like why I'm doing this show. to help bring in multiracial democracy and to fight fascism. Da da da. I've been going for a while, right? Like almost an hour and a half. Excellent, excellent. Good to hear. All right, cool, cool. See you later, Chantal. See, glad Chantal's going to vote. That's good. Voting in democracy, participating in democracy is excellent. I've been pretty lazy about it, but like at least I vote. And I stay informed, keep myself informed about what's going on. These kids gotta grow up so I can slaughter them. No. The pigs still have plenty of room. Come on, pigs. Let's multiply. And you might be thinking, where did you get that chicken? And I'm like, I got it from a villager. I traded them emeralds for chicken stacks. Yeah, I'm not gonna raise a bunch of chickens. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Looking for that one lonely pig who hasn't got a carrot yet. Like, and I can't find them, so I guess they're all good for now. Okay. Well, let's see. What can I do over here? Okay, back to this thing here. Oh, I need item frames. But yeah, then I'm gonna have to go over here, go this way. How am I gonna do this? Because like, I guess I can. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I can, I guess, have this. Or I can have it right here and make this one go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, because I need this to water. Okay, yeah, let's do it backwards. I need this to be the water stream and this to be the slab. So I can start it from here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, that's enough, just as long as it turns around. Alright, there. And then it's going to go this way and that way. Gotta vote, gotta stop the fascists. You can't reason with them, they're beyond reason. It's a cult. You ever hear of Jonestown? Jonestown? Same thing, it's a cult. What happened in Jonestown was that a charismatic leader forced his congregation to drink poison and kill themselves. And it was a mass suicide. And those that like, some realized something was wrong and left before, but a lot of people didn't realize it till it was too late. And when they realized what was happening, and if they tried to resist, they either got murdered or they got forced to do it. So that's called a cult of personality, and that is what the Republicans are in. They're in a cult of personality of Donald Trump, and they're not gonna, and some of them are not gonna realize it until it's too late. I mean, I think for a lot of people, it's already too late. I mean, they're gonna, like, if, let's say Kamala Harris wins the presidency and takes power, Donald Trump is gonna go to prison, and their big idea of who they thought Donald Trump was is gonna get shattered. And they might have already given all their money to Donald Trump. Because I know he like targets people like that to get donations. And he might have already given, they might have already given him all the, their money. And now they're broke and he's a criminal in prison. And they'll realize it too late. Or maybe Donald Trump takes power and the same thing happens. They get put into a prison, into a concentration camp, and they lose everything. And only then do they realize Donald Trump is a fascist. Could play out a lot of ways, a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways it could play out. That's why I'm kind of freaked out. You think I'm joking? You think I'm exaggerating? No. Not at all. Not at all. I know history. Donald Trump referenced the Alien, oh no, the Alien Enemy Act of 1798. He referenced that specifically because it was the thing that the Americans used to put all the Japanese Americans in a concentration camp during World War II. So he called out the same law that was used to imprison the Japanese Americans. So it's not like it's a joke that they're not thinking about it. They have plans, dudes. They have an idea of how the whole thing is going to go down. It's no exaggeration whatsoever, is what I'm saying. Donald Trump is a fucking Nazi. And for some people, that's what they're into, so... But you're a shitty American if that's what you're into. If you're into Nazism, you're a shitty American. Okay, so the water stream here, 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 and then water stream to, I don't know, maybe this is like the end. The end. And then, if that's the end, then where's the elevator? Elevator. You know, it feels a little bit laggy. That's because it is. It is laggy. I don't know. should make the elevator. Yeah, make the elevator. So to make the elevator, we're gonna need buckets of water. Kelp. Bone meal. I've already got slabs. Dirt to plant the kelp. Soul sand. Soul sand. And a gate, some gates. Okay. It's just in the way, man. Okay, so we're gonna have, I guess have it like right here. Can't even have it here. Okay. Oh wait, how far down? I don't know. I don't know. Well, here. I do know. That far down. Okay. Ta-da! I gotta move this stuff. Where are you gonna move it? I don't know! I've got no room. Okay, now I've got 2 sets of stuff. Get out of here, cat. What is this stuff? My cat just jumped on my chair. Now he's bugging me. He's like, I want attention right now. Get out of here, cat. Stop it. Okay. Okay. I'm on the verge of completing my elevator and completely reshaping my base. I'm on the verge. So and this one will be the up. So for this one, I need. You shall be up. Waka waka. The dirt. Ugh. Oh, and then the water. Oh shit, I can't get up there now. Ah, you're fucked now. Here. Okay, I need water. I left it down there. That's okay, that's okay. Slab. One of the water buckets goes there. And the other will go here. Alright, place your... And then break it. And then put the soul sand. And now it's an elevator. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. Ta-da! But it's dark because you don't want to kill. You want to go down here and then come up here. There, now I've gone and done it. So if I want to access my item sorters, but if I want to go down deeper, I can go down here. Oh yes, down here in the dark. In the dark. In the darkness. And if I want to go back... Ta-da! I need more encouragement. Like, this is the way, man. I was gonna break this and then I'm like, where am I gonna put it? Right here, man, right here. It looks like this part is done for now. Because I've been streaming for a while. It's Saturday. I want to allow for the possibility of something else happening. There. Inviting, isn't it? Inviting. Very nice. Okay, what time is it? How long have I been going? Hour and 42 minutes. I can maybe add the last little bit back here. Polished. No, that's blocker andesite. I need polished andesite. It's not here. Wait, no. Do that later. Okay. Spooky. Okay. I think that will do it for right now. Oh no, I forgot this part. Oh no! I can't put it there, this here, because I have to... That's gonna be the, Man, I gotta put it somewhere else. Well, I can just cut it in half. The wrong half fell out. And there's gonna be too much stuff, maybe. Super close. Too much stuff. Yeah, let's get rid of that, that. And that. Because this is going to come out right down here. Ta-da! Okay. Okay for now, right? So that looks alright. That's like the start of an item sorter. I gotta go check the cows to see if they're ready for slaughter. First I shall sleep. Creepy. Put stuff away. Okay, cows. Time to meet your fate. The sea of cows. I'm sorry, guys. You gotta get slaughtered. I need your skins. Alright, here we go. Don't try to get out. It's just gonna end. It's just gonna make it worse. Sorry, guys. No, where are you going? None may survive. Well, some might survive, so I can like breed a new population. But yeah, generally, if you're a cow, you're gonna die. Oh wow, I've maxed out. Oh wow, amazing. Holy shit. This looting really makes a huge difference. Looting 3 makes a huge difference. Okay, that's enough cows for now. I guess I'm gonna breed you back up. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, ignore all that killing. Make more babies. That'll actually fill up my food stocks pretty good too. That's nice. Oh, if I just hold down the mouse button, it does it. Hey, that's cool. That's good. Hey, that's excellent. Just holding down the mouse button. Although I'm feeding the little piglets now. And I don't want to. I need to save these carrots for the adults. They look at me with adoration in their eyes. Okay, I think that's all of them. I keep getting a few new ones. Like, what's the deal here? Oh, I fell in. Oh god. Alright, well hey, I think that's about my limit. Amber waves of grain, purple mountains majesty, above the fruited plain. Okay. There's the nice outside, there's the deep dark inside. Look at my little train station, isn't that great? my such boring bedroom. This will be my storage room eventually. And down here. Down here is my mine. The deep dark mine. So, I will be ready for tomorrow morning. Sunday. I'm gonna do my show. So, if you want to check that out, it would be excellent. In the meantime, I'm gonna go enjoy my Saturday night. So thanks for hanging out. And oh. And oop, this one. I will catch you later. Cheers. Pogo Killer out. Peace. Stop. Stop, stop.